Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Rock Faroeste.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Mentira, eu não, cara. Porra.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. I'm gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
É que eu vou dar pra pular?
We've got company!
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Is that Silas Green? Son of a bitch!
You just killed Red?
Show yourself, coward!
One sorry son of a bitch!
Greaves.
What the hell? Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His
Vai ser
name
3 balas, mas tá bom.
Silas Greaves. And when the dust
Amigo
finally
que não tá
settled,
boa.
he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Cada um conta uma história, velho.
It was early evening, not high noon. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I'm ending you.
Os irmãos Dalton.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. In for the kill! Finally, they did.
Aqui acha que
Those stupid
tá
bastards
protegido.
decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends.
Olha aí, olha.
Hey, you got holes in them.
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hold up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons,
Opa.
and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens. The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Ué, peraí. Não entendi, foi nada. Acabou? Cara, acho que aqui é onde que eu tenho que lutar com os 3, velho. Ué, mano. Vai passar aqui, não? É, aqui eu tenho que lutar com os 3, velho.
The youngest. And he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers.
Não sei se é os 3
I
exatamente.
understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
It's hog killing time.
But Emmett Dalton
não, os 3
survived
não.
the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Ó lá. Tem habilidade pra fazer? Tem uma. Luta corpo a corpo eu nem boto, galera, porque eu não uso corpo a corpo. Combate corpo a corpo, geralmente eu nem boto habilidade, não. Vou lutar corpo a corpo, vou encarar os caras no peito, tá dando tiro pra quanto é lado. Um jogo de tiro, mano, tem que botar habilidade no foco, né? A mira. Carregar rápido, essas paradas assim.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
Tem gente de tudo quanto é lado aí.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
Tô descendo,
As
hein?
determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Eita, peraí. Agora vai. Oh, tem mais uma.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Aí tem muita água aqui,
My
velho.
recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
Olha, a
It
gente
was
tem que seguir a
tough to
bandeirinha
stay on the
vermelha.
true course.
Peraí.
So we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Como é que eu me perdi já, velho? Aí, olha a bagunça aí. Pra cá.
It was autumn.
A bandeirinha
Maple
vermelha.
trees were in full color, red as blood.
Nasce árvore do nada, velho.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
É vermelho pra tudo quanto é lado, velho. Mas eu dei a volta na casa. Peraí, porra. Decide pra onde que é pra ir, velho. Já perdi. O troço aparece do nada, meu irmão.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone.
E outra. Não gosto de duas pistolas, é uma só, tá?
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Ah, dormi, rapaz. Pelo amor de Deus. Vai dormir, rapaz. Já falei que vai dormir. Eu, hein? Ah, tô perdido de novo, né, velho? Um mosquiteiro do caramba aqui. Pernilongo comendo o cara. Vou passar por aqui mesmo,
So
velho.
did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure.
Ah, é assim que eu gosto.
The boys had established quite a reputation
Ah, peraí.
at the time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Peraí, calma aí. Véi, eu entro num ambiente e do nada o cara me... Peraí, não, agora me deixou puto já. Agora já tô puto já. Já me deixou nervoso. Não tô legal. Tá me tirando. Para, cara, fica parado também, véi. Merda, sua. Pera aí, véi. Meu amigo, esse cara aqui tem um poder, não é possível. Ah, é tu? É, velho, assim.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
Olha a cabeça, olha a cabeça.
Reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
A cabeça tá como aparecendo igual um grande ovo. Olha a cabeça, olha a cabeça. Sai daí, rapaz. Vai dormir, pô. Ó. Falei pra vocês. Vai dormir. Não ganha mais.
But luckily,
Isso aqui é espingarda, meu irmão. Tá pensando que isso aqui é o quê?
before my eyes, I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Cadê aí?
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some
tá.
suspicious characters
Vai abrir.
for the bushes. Of course, I followed them.
Tem um ali, ó. Ali, ó.
But that goddamn swamp was like a
Ah, não.
goddamn
É
maze.
só árvore
Pretty
mesmo.
soon, I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
Tá atrapalhando, meu filho.
Steve?
Ô, Steve! Porra, acorda, caralho.
Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Vamos querer? Vamos querer? Vamos querer? Vamos querer? Vamos querer? Vamos querer? Vamos querer?
There were Indians.
No.
Tá atrapalhando aqui, meu irmão.
Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
That so
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their
Opa! E uma cabecinha,
breed like
duas cabecinhas,
more Smiths,
3 cabecinhas.
who knows what.
E morri. Eu escutei um barulhozinho, mas eu achei que ela tava longe, velho.
Bounty hunters!
Não ia fazer tanto alarde, né, velho? Mas tudo bem. Acontece, né? Uma cabeça. Pô, eu tinha feito tão bonito aquela hora, velho. Tá bom, né? Fazer o
The hell? What's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Cara, eu te vi, meu filho. Pelo amor de Deus. Aí vocês têm que se esconder melhor, tá? Tá mal isso aí. Cadê você? O cara é bom, ele vem na árvore. Toma aqui. Tô vendo tua cabeça, meu filho. Ah, tem um negócio bom pra tu. Segura aí. Aí, ó. Só toma na cabeça pra ficar esperto. Opa! Opa! Cabeça. Ah, não. Isso aí é o teu problema. Eu resolvo aqui, ó. Peraí. Ah, é tudo? Toma. É o quê? Ah, você se esconde mal pra caralho, na moral, velho. Peraí, que agora eu dei mole aqui. Perdi a visão.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found.
Ah, essa metralhadora aí tá doendo, hein? Tá doendo, tá doendo.
They were shooting at me. Thought I saw some familiar faces.
Aí, eu posso errar na primeira, mas na segunda eu não erro não, hein?
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Aí. Vou de pistola pra não falar que eu sou ruim, hein? Tô roubando, ó.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something.
Nossa, no último desespero.
There just ain't in my...
É isso aqui, eu sou muito bom, velho.
Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Vamos querer, galera. Vamos querer. Pelo amor de Deus. Vamos querer. Alô? Opa, peraí. Calma aí, cadê a escada, porra? Onde eu tô, caralho?
Right about then.
Ah, eu e tu.
Relief. The vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them. After months of dogged pursuit.
Ah, é teu parceiro, né? Foi mal, velho. É empolgação.
They had me.
Aí, ó. Traíra. Esse que é o problema de vocês, velho. Vocês estão traíra, cara. Vocês acham que eu não vou pegar vocês?
Played me like a fiddle.
Aí, ó. Olha a merda aí, ó. Olha.
They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Hear
fight.
about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask
Capo.
me, it's too blessed big. I don't think I can float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Reeves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy.
Aí que eu ganhei.
Somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Tu vai ter que sair daí, meu filho. Eu espero. Vai.
Bob and Grab weren't about to come at me one at a time.
Eles vão gastar minha concentração, tá? Que tu não saia, covarde.
Two brothers side by side.
Opa! Esse aqui é difícil, hein?
Confident that this time the odds were on their
Tem que
side.
saber em quem eu miro, meu irmão. Isso aqui é complicado. Qual dos dois vai puxar a arma aí, hein? Pode ser o de trás. Pode ser o da frente. Qual é o de trás? A gente tem que perder pra poder saber. Então o de trás puxa primeiro. Algo de errado não está certo aqui. Temos um problema, Houston. Temos um problema. O de trás puxou a arma primeiro, mas o da frente é esperto. E aí, se o de trás puxar a arma primeiro, tem que matar o daqui. Por quê? O que acontece? Acontece isso aí, ó. Filho da... Calma. Eu vou focar ali. Calma. Entendi. Eu não estou desviando da bala. Ó. Agora eu peguei. Ele atira, eu não estou desviando da bala. Porque são dois, cara. Tem que desviar da bala, tá ligado? Posso focar nesse aqui 100%, ó. 40, 50, 60. Eu posso puxar a mão que eu quiser, ó. Ó. Peraí.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds.
É que eu não lembrava, já tinha matado ele, mas eu não lembrava.
14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers. My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told. It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.